Alright, sit down. We need to talk about why you're broke. Not the economy is broke. Not the system is rigged. You. Specifically you.
I know, you clicked this video hoping for sympathy.
Wrong channel. This is a roast. And also, weirdly, a financial seminar. So grab your 7th cup of overpriced coffee and let's begin. Because in the next 20 minutes I'm going to explain exactly why they're rich, and you're watching a free video about it. Rich people didn't get rich by watching motivational videos about getting rich. You've watched 40 of these. I checked. 40.
Somewhere out there a guy who owns 3 companies has never once said the phrase grind mindset. Meanwhile you've got the mindset, the playlist, the journal, and $40 in checking. You didn't need another quote about hustling.
You needed a budget.
But budgets are boring, and boring doesn't get likes. So instead you bought a ring light to film yourself talking about discipline. The ring light was $60.
That was rent money. We both know it. This isn't about talent. This isn't about luck.
It's about decisions, made daily, by tired people who'd rather feel good than be good.
And I say this with love, some of your decisions are hilarious. Let's go through them one by one.
Exhibit A, the coffee. $6 a day, every day, for a drink you finish in 11 minutes.
That's not caffeine. That's a subscription to feeling fancy. Over a year that's over $2,000.
Over 10 years, with interest, it's a car.
Not buying the coffee. Still a car.
Exhibit B, the subscriptions.
You have 6 streaming services. You watch one. You forgot you had the other 5. One of them is a meditation app, to help you relax about your finances. The irony is not lost on me. It should not be lost on you either. Exhibit C, retail therapy. Bad day at work? Buy something. Good day at work? Celebrate, buy something. Every emotion you have has a corresponding online order. Rich people have feelings too. They just don't liquidate their future to cope with a Tuesday. Exhibit D, the lottery ticket. You spend $40 a month on odds worse than getting struck by lightning while holding a winning ticket. That's not a plan. That's a donation to the state with extra steps. Exhibit E, the phone. You upgrade every year. It does the exact same thing as last year's phone. It makes calls, browses the internet, and quietly documents your financial decline in high definition.
Meanwhile, the actual millionaire next door is running a business off a phone with a cracked screen.
He doesn't care. It still dials. You care a lot. That's the difference. Here's the actual secret rich people know, that isn't a secret at all. Delayed gratification. That's it. That's the whole cheat code. I just gave it to you for free.
You're upset because you wanted something dramatic, like crypto or a rich uncle.
No.
It's just, don't spend the money now, spend it later, on purpose.
Wait, that's boring, you say.
Yes.
Wealth is boring.
Nobody makes a movie about a guy who maxed out his retirement account. They make movies about the guy who lost it all in Vegas.
That movie has better lighting. But you don't want the movie. You want the outcome. The outcome requires being boring on purpose, for years, while everyone else looks more exciting than you. That's the trade. Nobody tells you that part in the seminar. You want to look rich right now, or actually be rich later. Pick one.
Most people pick look rich right now, then act shocked at 40 when there's nothing saved.
The car depreciated.
The shoes went out of style.
The lifestyle stayed exactly the same size as the paycheck.
Rich people's lifestyle grows slower than their income.
On purpose.
Your lifestyle grows faster than your income.
Also on purpose, apparently. Every raise, you found something new to spend it on within about 11 days. You didn't get a raise. You got a more expensive personality. That's called lifestyle inflation, and it's the quiet reason smart, hard-working people stay broke forever. It's not a mystery. It's math, wearing a hoodie so it looks casual. Let's talk about the credit card, your good friend who is secretly evil.
You didn't have the money, so you paid 22% interest to pretend you did.
That's not spending power. That's renting a fantasy from a bank. The bank thanks you. Sincerely. You are their favorite customer.
Minimum payments are a trap designed so beautifully it should be in a museum.
You pay the minimum, feel proud, and the balance somehow grows anyway. Like a horror movie. Rich people use credit like a tool. You use it like a personality trait. I'll pay it off eventually is not a plan. It's a prayer with a due date. Meanwhile, the interest doesn't pray. It just compounds. Quietly. Forever.
Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, and it works against you just as hard as it works for someone else. You've been feeding the wrong side of that equation your whole life.
Debt isn't a personal failure, by the way. It's just math you weren't taught. But now you know. So the next excuse is on you. Sorry. This is the roasting part. I did warn you. Moving on. Quick question. Do you know what an index fund is? No?
Neither did I, until I looked it up, because school forgot to mention money entirely. You learned the quadratic formula. You did not learn what compound growth does to a savings account. So you graduated fully prepared for a math test you'd never take again, and unprepared for your own paycheck. Rich people, or their parents, or their advisors, understood one basic idea: money left alone and invested grows.
You left your money alone too. In checking. Earning basically nothing while inflation quietly eats it. That's not saving.
That's watching your money slowly get worse at its job. Investing sounds scary because it sounds like gambling in a suit.
It isn't. The lottery ticket is gambling. Investing is boring ownership of boring companies over decades. You don't need to pick the next big stock. You need to not panic and not stop. But panic and stop is basically your whole personality with money.
You buy high because you're excited, and sell low because you're scared.
Every single time. That's not bad luck. That's a pattern. And patterns can be fixed once you actually see them.
This isn't advice, by the way. Go read, ask a professional, do your homework.
I'm just the mirror, an unflattering mirror. With jokes. You're welcome. Let's talk about your phone again. Specifically, who you follow.
You follow people who look rich online, which is a completely different skill from actually being rich.
That rented sports car in the driveway? Rented. For the photo. For you.
You saw it, felt bad about your own life, and then bought something to feel better. Congratulations, you just funded someone else's rental car with your own emotional damage.
Real wealth is quiet.
It looks like nothing is happening, because compound growth is not a good photo.
The loudest person about money in your feed is often the most broke person you know. The quiet coworker with the 10-year-old car might own his house outright.
But he doesn't post about it, because owning your house outright doesn't get engagement. You're comparing your real bank account to someone else's highlight reel, filmed in a rented mansion for the weekend.
That's not comparison. That's self-sabotage with good lighting. Log off. Genuinely. Just for a bit. Your wallet will thank you. Your feed will not miss you. I promise. Now before you write an angry comment, yes, some people start with a head start.
Family money, better schools, connections, a safety net if things go wrong.
That's real. I'm not pretending it isn't. The playing field is not flat.
Anyone who tells you it is hasn't looked at it closely. But here's the uncomfortable second half of that truth. Unequal starting lines don't cancel out the choices still sitting in front of you today.
You can't control the family you were born into.
You can control the coffee, the credit card, the impulse buy.
Blaming the system for everything is just as lazy as pretending the system doesn't exist at all.
Both extremes let you off the hook.
Neither one makes you richer.
So hold two thoughts at once. It's unfair, and it's still on you to play the hand well.
That's not a contradiction.
That's adulthood.
Uncomfortable? Good. Growth usually is. Let's talk about what you actually do about it.
Let's do a quick round of excuses. I'll say them, you wince, because you've said every single one.
Excuse 1, I'll start saving next month.
You have said this in January, March, June, and twice in August.
Next month is not a financial strategy. Next month is a hostage you keep releasing.
Excuse 2, I deserve this, I work hard.
You do work hard. So does the guy who never buys anything he can't afford? Hard work isn't the disagreement here. Excuse 3, money isn't everything.
True. But try paying rent with that sentence and see how far you get.
Excuse 4, rich people are just lucky. Some are. Most got lucky the boring way, by saving before it was fun and investing before it was trendy. Excuse 5, I'll figure it out later, when I make more money.
People who can't manage a small amount of money rarely manage a large amount any better.
The habits just get more expensive. Excuse 6, budgeting feels restrictive. Not budgeting is what's actually restrictive.
It's why you can't take the trip, quit the job, or breathe in December.
Excuse 7, everyone's in debt, it's normal. Normal and healthy are not the same word. Lots of things are normal. That doesn't make them good ideas. Excuse 8, I don't have time to learn this stuff.
You have time to watch a 20-minute video of a stick figure roasting you.
You have time.
Okay.
Excuses over. Deep breath.
Let's talk about time, since it's the one resource rich and poor people actually get in equal amounts.
24 hours. Same for everyone. Billionaire, intern, you, me. The difference isn't the hours. It's what gets repeated inside them, week after week, without much drama.
You want the 10-year result. You're just not thrilled about the 10 years part. Rich people started this boring process years ago, back when it felt pointless and small and embarrassing to even mention. You're still deciding whether to start, which is a very expensive way to spend a decade. There's no perfect moment. There's no ideal salary where saving suddenly becomes easy. It's uncomfortable at every income level. The people who win just get uncomfortable earlier.
So stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable and, frankly, kind of a flake. Systems don't need motivation.
A system just runs, quietly, whether you feel like it or not. Automate it, schedule it, remove yourself from the decision, and let boring consistency do the heavy lifting.
You don't need to become a different person.
You need fewer decisions and better defaults.
Step 1. Track where your money actually goes for 30 days.
No judgment, just data. Most people are shocked, not by one big purchase, but by 40 small ones they forgot about. Step 2. Automate your savings before you see the money, not after.
If it never touches your checking account, you can't accidentally turn it into shoes.
Step 3. Build a small emergency fund before you build a bigger lifestyle. 3 to 6 months of expenses, sitting there, boring, doing nothing exciting except saving your entire life someday.
Step 4. Attack high-interest debt like it personally insulted your family. Because it kind of has.
Every extra dollar toward the debt is a dollar not compounding against you anymore.
Step 5. Learn the basics.
Not to become an expert, just to stop being a stranger to your own money.
An hour a week. That's it.
Less time than you spend picking a show to not watch. Step 6. Invest consistently, even small amounts, and then leave it alone like an angry dog.
Don't poke it. Don't check it every day. Let it grow in peace.
Step 7. Raise your income too, not just cut your spending into a sad little pile.
You cannot save your way to wealthy on minimum wage. At some point, you need more coming in.
New skills, a side hustle, a better negotiation, a bigger role. Growth isn't optional forever. Step 8. Surround yourself with people who talk about money like adults, not like it's tacky to mention.
Silence about money doesn't protect you.
It just keeps you uninformed in comfortable company. Step 9. Give your money a job, on paper, before the month starts.
A budget isn't a cage.
It's a permission slip to spend guilt-free on what you actually chose.
Step 10. Be patient. Wealth is not a sprint, it's a very long, very boring marathon. The finish line is decades away. Anyone selling you a shortcut is selling you a lie with good marketing. None of this is exciting. That's exactly why it works. Exciting is expensive. Boring is rich. Write that one down. So, why are you broke and they're rich? Partly circumstance, sure.
Mostly 1,000 small daily decisions you can actually still change.
The coffee, the card,
the comparison, the impulse buy, none of that is your personality.
It's just a habit. And habits, unlike birth circumstances, are embarrassingly easy to rewrite. You've spent 20 minutes getting roasted by a stick figure and you're still here. That's actually a good sign.
It means some part of you already knew all this and wanted to hear it out loud.
So here's your assignment: close this video, open your bank app, and actually look. No flinching. It won't be fun. It also won't kill you. Probably. Then pick one thing from this list. Just one. Do it this week. Rich isn't a personality.
It's a pile of boring decisions, repeated, for a long time, by ordinary people.
You are entirely capable of being boring on purpose, so go be boring. Get rich. Then come back and let me roast someone else. See you next time.